Is Kraven the Hunter really as bad as everyone says? Will Sony's Spider-Verse continue? Or is it doomed? The rumors have been wild. First they said it was cancelled, now they claim it's moving forward but focusing on Spider-Man. Oh, and here's the kicker. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse officially isn't coming out next year. What's going on? Let's dive into the chaos and see where this all leads. The good. All right, let me just say this up front. I was surprisingly entertained by Kraven the Hunter. For me, it's not as bad as I expected. And honestly, I enjoyed it more than Venom 3. In fact, I'd call it the most fun movie Sony's Spider-Verse has delivered so far. Now, does that mean it's a good movie? Absolutely not. But I liked it, and that's enough for me to call it a guilty pleasure. It's packed with action, moves at a breakneck pace, and keeps you from feeling bored. Sure, Rhino's motivations are pretty weak. He just wants to be the baddest gangster. But his transformation? It's not amazing, but it's how I always imagined him in live action. Fight scenes are solid, the CGI holds up well, and there are tons of Spider-Man references scattered throughout the movie. The Daily Bugle pops up, and we learn that Kraven's biggest fear is spiders. A bit meh, but okay. There are Easter eggs galore, even though they clearly lead nowhere. The bad now. Let's talk about the not-so-great stuff, because I could tear this movie apart in this section if I wanted to. First off, Kraven climbing buildings like Spider-Man was just no. And the twist of turning Kraven into a pacifist before making him the hunter, we know? Weird choice. Let's not forget the animal lover angle. He's supposed to feel this deep connection to a lion, but then he puts on his father's iconic fur jacket. Yeah, the same father he hated and never wanted to be like. The inconsistencies and crazy choices like that are everywhere. Then there's Calypso, who conveniently gives Kraven a magical potion to level him up. Super convenient, right? The whole plot is riddled with moments like this. But, to be fair, I did enjoy the introduction of Chameleon. They nailed his comic-accurate look, and tying him to Kraven as his brother? Genius. And Calypso herself. She's a voodoo priestess who uses magical potions and has been Kraven's occasional lover in the comics. That was a nice touch, even if the execution wasn't perfect. However, die-hard comic fans and critics are going to hate this movie. Kraven is basically a Punisher knockoff here, completely reimagined. So, who's this movie for? It's for casual viewers, the kind who enjoy Transformers or Fast and Furious. If you just want to turn off your brain and have a good time, this movie works. My personal rating? A guilty pleasure 8 out of 10. Officially, though, as a movie, it's a 6 out of 10 at best. It's clear Sony doesn't care about the lore of these characters anymore, but hey, I had fun. Unfortunately, the box office says otherwise. With an opening weekend of just $11 million, it's safe to say this movie is tanking. Could this be the end of Sony's Spider-Verse? Will they sell Spider-Man's rights back to Marvel? We'll find out soon enough. Speaking of Spider-Man, check out my thoughts on why I think Tom Holland is the worst Spider-Man yet.